Hello everyone. This is a short demo video demonstrating the integration between BloodHound and Cortex XSOAR platform. In this demo, we will walk you through to the steps to configure BHE instance and fetch incidents within the Cortex XSOAR integration setup. Then we will explore the incidents, fetch incidents, and review the associated playbook, which includes several custom commands. We also have a detailed documentation outlining these steps. You can also refer to this as well. So let's get started. First, we will look at the BHE integration under the integration section. So from the left hand menu, let's go to settings and info first, then settings. When we click on settings, we get this menu, and here in the integration, we have an instances. When we go on instances, we can search for BHE instance, Spectre Ops BHE instance in the search bar. So we can find Spectre Ops BHE in integration. To configure an instance, we will click on add instance. Here we will provide all the required fields. We have name, which is pre-filled, so we can change it according to ourselves. So let me change it to Maple instance. Now we need to provide BloodHound Enterprise domain. I have provided the BloodHound Enterprise domain. Now I will provide the API keys token ID and token key. If you have proxy settings, you can provide those details, and feel free to skip if you are not using proxy settings. Now, finding environments and finding categories. By default, we have set it to all. It will fetch all the findings for all the environments and categories. But if you want to specify any specific environment, you can provide that. For example, right now I'm giving phantom.corp, and I want to select find all categories. To fetch incidents, that is fetching finding paths, attack paths, we need to check this box which enables us to create incidents, and related to these incidents, we need to provide a incidents fetch incidents interval, how frequently we want to fetch our attack paths. For example, I'm giving 5 hours. And we have another field which is incident type. This is not mandatory, but if we can give this. Now we will check this configuration. So we will click on test button here, and if you see success message here, that means your credentials are correct and configuration is set up successfully. We'll just close this. On the right hand side, we have a help section which provides details about the configuration fields and to how to get the token ID and token key for API. So you can go through that as well. And once the connection is successful, we will save it and exit. Now, by clicking on the configuration, we can see our configuration instance here. Now we will wait for few minutes. It depends on how much data it is going to fetch. It will take time with respect to that. So let's say if it's not too much, it will take 5 to 10 minutes and it will fetch all the data. You will get a notification over here. Once you get that notification, you can check in the incidents, those created incidents. So we will just wait for a few minutes, and then we'll check the incidents. As you can see, we got a notification of pulled 71 incidents. So now we can see in the incidents in the left hand menu, the third one, incidents, will go to that tab. Here we can see all the attack path findings and created incident. So to open any incident for its details, we can click on the ID and we can investigate it further. So this is our incident, and this is the basic details of it. This is a label section. To see labels better, we have another option, which is here in the right hand side panels, quick view, and here we can get detailed information. In the labels we can get all the information regarding the attack path. We can see details over here, and to check the playbook associated with this incident and to get the details, we have to click on work plan. Once we click on work plan, we can see an our playbook, and it this playbook consists of three commands, which are basically, the first command is to get object ID using the object names. So in this case, we have two items. To see the details, we have to expand this root object. Here we can see we are getting object IDs for two objects, naming dc01 phantom.corp, and the other one is this. To see the details, we'll expand this data. Object 1, this is the object name and this is the object ID. Second one, this is the object name and this is the object ID. Similarly with this, we have one data. We can see the other second command is fetch asset info. We Here we are fetching the asset information using object ID. So here also we have two objects. This is our object and this is the data we fetched. You can expand and look at these detailed information. Similar for the second one. And this is the third command, which is does path exist between the two nodes. So here we can see the response, which is true, and path exists between the nodes, and the nodes are for nodes we can see in input results from principal and to principal. So this is about the incident. You can configure as many instances as you want. You can change settings and everything anytime you want. So that's all for this demo. Thank you, everyone.